Hello our beloved viewers, it's 9 p.m. You are watching on live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. The President of the Republic received the President of Puntland in Somalia. And on the national scenes, the budget agriculture inauguration of hydroponics file at the PK30. And on the international scene, sports news, Dortmund overturns PSG, Atletico surprise Liverpool. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, received at the Presidential Palace the President of the Somali Puntland region, Mr. Saeed Abdullah Mohammed. The President of the Somali region of Puntland, Mr. Saeed Abdullah Mohammed, was warmly received by the President of the Republic upon his arrival to the Republican Palace. The talks between the two parties counter on the corporations and bilateral relation between the Puntlands region and the Republic of Djibouti, and the ways to enhance them to border and the horizon. The meeting was attended by the high-level personality from both sides. As part of the preparation for the next Djibouti Joint Commission, Saudi Arabia, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary on the Republic of Djibouti to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Dia Al-Din Saeed Bamakrama, was received in an audience by His Excellency Engineer Abdurrahman Al-Fadi, Ministers of Environment, Water and Agriculture in Saudi Arabia. Discussion focused on a bilateral relation between the two brotherly countries in the file of environment, and in particular the follow-up and updating of memorandum of understanding recently signed in Riyadh between the Saudi minister and Djibouti counterparts, the Minister of Urban Planning Technical Cooperation, in the exchange of water experience, as well as the experts of livestock from Djibouti to Saudi Arabia were among the main points of discussion between the ambassador and the Saudi Minister of Environment and Tourism, Mr. Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa. During this meeting, which took place at the ministry's office, the ambassador was accompanied by the consulars at the embassy, Mr. Zakaria Hussein Ahmed. The minister was surrounded by several collaborators on his department. The Minister of Agriculture, in cooperation with the Ministry of Budgets, foundations laying ceremony of the first stage of a project today will create a larger area for the land designated for agriculture, with the funding from to find an American International. The first phase of this project will be implemented on an area of 5 headquarters and will be devoted to the agriculture. This project includes wide areas of 25 hectares to well and dying agricultural lands. And in the near future, this project will contribute to the productions of vegetables for the foreign markets, as the financial cost of this project to be implemented amount to $300 million, as project that comes on the forms of a partnership with several parties. The thousands of Djiboutians will be able to obtain an ocean of agricultural land and a modern agricultural technology called an agricultural water scouter.
It's that in 10 years, by 2030, we will develop 30 of these buildings and be able to feed the whole country, 1 million residents, with fresh food. The idea is to give Djibouti sovereign agricultural ability, food grown in Djibouti, grown by Djibouti, that the country can have its own agricultural industry.
As for the Minister of Agriculture, Waters, Livestock, Mr. Muhammad Ahmed Awale, he indicated in his intervention that it is a project that reflects the depth of bilateral relation and joint cooperation between Djibouti and the United States of America. For more details in this report.
Après le barrage, la réalisation du barrage à l'initiative de Son Excellence Ismail Omar Guelleh,
I would like to say, after the dam, the construction of the dam at the initiative of His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, with the financial support of the Republic of Djibouti, we are gathered here today to enhance this dam and to set up with our brother country, the United States, to work with us in this country shows us that the attractiveness of the territory. Jean Lucien, American investors, have given confidence to the Republic of Djibouti to invest 300 million American dollars in the framework of reducing Djibouti's food dependency on hydroponic production. It is no more and no less than a variety and a commodity, a component of the crops that you are used to seeing grown under cover that it's soil with drip irrigation. There is a greater need in the world, thanks to the very advanced technology, for the most important soils. As my colleague before me used to say, water is the most important factor.
For his part, the Minister of Budget, Mr. Abdul Karim Madan Sher, appreciate the concrete importance of this project for the advancement of pastoral agriculture. Details with our colleague Dini Moussa.
D'un vaste projet agricole capable de couvrir la totalité de la demande du marché local en fruits et légumes. Un projet qui se veut être social, mais aussi moderne. Social puisqu'il permettra à des milliers de Djiboutiens.
It is a vast agricultural project capable of covering the entire local market demand for fruit and vegetables. A project that is meant to be social, but also modern. Social, since it would allow thousands of its own people to benefit from it and has an agricultural perimeter, for this project would be carried out using modern agricultural techniques. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are laying the foundation stone for the first phase of the project, which consists of building several agricultural structures on the first 5 hectares. For it is much more than that, by the way. In the long term, the project will cover an area of 7.250 hectares, 150 hectares of which will be exclusively reserved for agricultural production, providing sufficient vegetable production for the interior market. However, it is even planned to export a certain amount of this production. Many of us are wondering about the choice of these sites located near the largest dam in our country, but also after studies by experts. It turns out that the soil at this site is extremely fertile. Let's remember that the budget for the entire project is more than 300 million American dollars, a project that will be carried out in the form of public-private partnership, beyond the scope of this partnership which, I am sure, will transfer the agricultural landscape of our country. It is up to everyone to support it, to believe in our country's ability to build an agricultural sector that can fuel food self-sufficiency and ultimately contribute to our balance of payments. We must show collective intelligence. To quote the Department of Agriculture, this collective intelligence, as you well know, it is the method of government set by His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh.
Vous l'avez bien compris, c'est la méthode
Set up
gouvernementale
to build
fixée par
effective
son
public
excellence
actions.
Ismail Omar
This is how we have built
qu'Allah
this
l'assiste.
project around 3 axes.
Mise en
Effective
place
public action around the idea
pour
of
construire une
agriculture
action
as
publique
an economic
efficace.
sector with a value
C'est ainsi
chain
que
and
nous avons
expertise
construit ce
professions
projet
with key skills.
autour de 3
More
axes.
specifically, an
Une action
agricultural
publique
sector
efficace
that has its
autour
own
de l'idée
economic
d'une
model,
agriculture
mobilizing
constituant
key
à l'ensemble des
First
acteurs
and foremost, the
qui
Ministry of
depuis plusieurs mois ont
Agriculture,
travaillé
and not
d'arrache-pied
forgetting my
pour
own
conclure.
staff.
This Wednesday, the Minister of Health, Mr. Muhammad Warsama Dirie, and the representative of the United Nations Children's Fund conclude the agreement of a half-year plan for the 2021 of child development. This agreement falls within the framework of existing cooperation between the Ministry of Health and UNICEF. This occasion took place in the presence of the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Salah Benoita, in addition to the high-level ministerial from the ministries. This agreement allows the support of a health project implemented by the ministry in the field of child care. In his speech, the Minister of Health, Mr. Mohammed Warsame, emphasized the role of United Nations Children Fund to reduce death in fund for mothers and children, especially the babies. He added, we are the only UN agency that depend on donation from other agencies, and he also added that we can see its live from UNICEF events that depends very much on donation from individuals and collective souls, private and other sectors, foundation. So from now, for us it is very important. The minister also added that the data of establish the business and for effective monitoring. So really we'd like to working together to get the data of a survey level, but also an administrative level of each and every one of them, and hopefully to see the capability of the health system to provide qualitative information of this type. Within the framework of a celebration of the National and International Week, a workshop was held on the mother language and their place in sustainable development, culture, peace, and education. The event was chaired by the Ministry of Islamic Affairs and Culture, Mr. Momin Hassan Barre, in the presence of intellectual researchers, writers, and artists, in addition to a number of members of the Somali and Afro Writers Club, including Mr. Ismail Hussein Tani. This day symbolizes the importance of a language in human lives, and also indicate this cultural and ethnic diversity between human beings, which is summed by language in their diversity and enormous ability to encode life and existence. The mother's tongue embodies the person's being, and it is an appreciation of this great importance of language. The minister insists on the full commitment of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, is very active in the protecting and promoting the mother language throughout the history and achievement of Djibouti in the field of language. In an intervention by the Ministry of Islamic Affairs, Culture and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Barre, he said that it is an honor for me to be at the opening of this meeting today, noting that the intellectuals in general and the writers in particular are at the forefront of the effort made to enhance the presence of the mother tongue of different peoples. He noted that in this contest, the vital role that both Somali and Afro clubs play in the Republic of Djibouti. He said that the Djibouti government, headed by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, pays special intention to promote the mother's tongue, and with this initiative great achievement have been reached, especially authoring many files in the Somali and Afro language, especially translating the Holy Quran into Somali and Afro language. Under the auspice of General Security, the State Secretary for Youth and Sport, Ms. Khadija Ibrahim Idris, the Director of Sport, Ali Hassan, Abshir Ali Hassan, met today with the several Djiboutian Sport Federation within the framework of a signing ceremony of an agreement on financial support provided by the Secretary to the Federation, the national tennis, swimming, handball, and bicycling. This agreement comes within the framework of the effort of the State Secretary for Youth and Sport, aimed at the enhancing the capability and efficiency of the national federation. A technical team from Djibouti Telecom, headed by the general manager of a company, held an important meeting with the technical partners to give a presentation on the mobile money transfer platform. The mobile payment system allows a customer to pay their account through the mobile phone connected to the internet and deal with banks. The phone payment system is a platform that facilitates any money transfer between personal account and mobile financial institution in a timely and low cost. This platform brings together financial service provider and customer in one network. This meeting was held by the technical team for the Djibouti Telecom company, enable participants and local partners of a company to present and offer this platform for the exchange of service via the new digital technology. It should be noted that the launch of financial service through a mobile phone is a means that contribute more to the financial inclusion of our country, in addition to a kind of economic decentralization that allows customers to access the means of purchasing and payment. In a speech to him on this occasion, the Director General of Djibouti Telecom explained the importance of launching technical partners with a platform to transfer money through a mobile phone for the benefit of a customer. On this occasion, the General Manager discussed the necessity of launching this new system for transferring money from mobile phone and call for making various efforts to improve the level of service provided by the company for the benefit of customers. And he also said today, with an open network between the company and the customer, that will play a prominent role in the communication between the financial sector and telecommunication. The socioeconomic benefits and purchasing power on the population will increase. All these steps are quantum leaps in the application of the technological system open to all in order to accelerate the innovation of a mobile financial service and change the future of payment. After the monitoring violation regarding the regulatory of foreign workers and non-compliance with the provision related to the workers' contract, the Ministry of Labor, in charge of administrative reform, decided through the General Labor Inspectors and the agency, the National Labor Training and Professional Integration, launched a series of regular monitoring operations for all vehicles drivers from all groups. The operations were jointly launched by the inspectors and General Labor's Mr. Abdi Farah Idli, the Director General of the National Agency for Labor Training and Professional Integration, Mr. Mohamed Omar, the leaders of judicial investigations of the National Police, Mr. Abdul Karim Ahmed Assoui, and the commander of the traffic police, Mr. Ismail Harid. The priority to launch this operation. A technical meeting related to the planning for oversight operation was held yesterday at the headquarters of a central police station between personnels from the Ministry of Labor and the National Police officials. For his part, the commander of the investigation from the National Police, Major Abdul Karim Mahmoud Assoui, comment on this meeting. He said that this monitoring operation consists of combating illegal workers in the labor market, which is permanently located in the capital with the support of the National Police. The mediators of the Republic, Mr. Qasim Isa Osman, made an important informational and awareness tour in the interior region to inform the local population, creating a committee consisting of the mediators of the Republic, the governors of the region, the president of the regional council, and the elected representative in order to receive citizens' complaints in order to respond. The mediators of the Republic begins this awareness tour from Ali Sabih region, where Dr. Qasim Isa Usman held a meeting with the region's authorities in order to discuss the establishment of this committee. The governor of the region, Mr. Musa Aden Migane, the president of the regional council, Umar Ahmed, and the deputy of the region, Abdi Khaire, participate in this meeting. A mediator for the Conservatives Republic, the president of the regional council, local representative, and the personals of the region was received. After the mediator's meeting with the region's authorities, he met the local people, listened to complaints and requests to respond for them. In an intervention by the mediator of the Republic, Dr. Qasim Isaq Osman, pointed out that the meeting falls within the framework of the effort aimed at strengthening the capability of the institutions in order to analyze the obstacles and problems that the people of Ali Sabih region suffer. He said, whenever we unite effort, we reach a positive result, and that this meeting continue in the five interior region according to the directives of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili. We also aim from the meeting to establish a committee to register and monitor problems in the region and solve them immediately. The mediations of the Republic is considered in an independent body that does not receive instructions from any authorities, and it is interfere in the necessity and necessary cases to facilitate dealing with it. And to finish our national news, the ambassador of Japan to Djibouti signed a grant for community and proximity micro project contributing to human security in favor of Tajora Women's Association, shared by Ms. Hasna Hassan Ali, president of the Tajora Women's Association. The project, which amount of $57,500, about 10 million Djibouti franc, will be carried out by the Tajora Women's Association. It is the extensions of Tajora Women's Empowerment Center, which was built with Japanese funding in 2014. Through this project, a building with the kitchen's room and stock will be constructed, which will allow now and enable them, the women of Tajora, to attend cooking classes and carry out associative activities to improve their income. Faced with the problems of unemployment not only among young people but also among women and the disabled in Djibouti, Japan has provided ongoing support to local associations in order to strengthen the reception capacity and the environment of the training center. The signing ceremony was attended by the Japanese ambassador to Djibouti, Mr. Koji, the president of AFT, Mr. Hasna Hassan Ali, parliamentarians from the region, including Mr. Hadi and Mr. Hussein Abdul Qadir, representatives of the prefect of Tajora, Mr. Muhammad Abubakar Ali, and the former deputy Fatuma Muhammad Kamil. On the international news, especially on sport, Dortmund overturns the PSG and Atletico surprise Liverpool's details with our colleague Dini Musa.
Very intense encounter. Borussia, with Wistel and Hazard in the starting lineup, created the best chances of the first half, but they were either denied by Navas or were clumsy in the face of Haaland's header. The Parisians, with Meunier in the starting lineup, were unable to find a way through the German defense. Haaland made up for it after the break and opened the scoring with 20 minutes remaining for Dortmund and became the first player to score for two different teams in a Champions League season. The match got off to a flying start and Neymar took advantage of Mbappe's work to equalize. 120 seconds later, Haaland restored Borussia's lead with a powerful shot.
This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.